Oh, it's almost that sad time of year when things are finishing up, getting the last vegetables out of the garden. It's a little early, but I'm getting started because there's a bunch of things I need to do before winter. But how I turn my beds for the winter is I leave them big and chunky like this. Big shovelful and turn them over. Big shovelful down 6 inches, turn them over. And I don't chop up the lumps, because these lumps of heavier dirt sitting on top of your garden will freeze and thaw all winter long, and by spring it'll be powder, and you just rake it, add your fertilizers, and you're ready to go. So that's how I leave my raised beds for the winter. Some people do some other things that are a little different. Cover crops, green manures. I don't actually do it, but here's what they do. I'm going to do it to this bed, because you got to do this like 4 weeks before the first frost. This has to get up and grow green, and then you just leave it on all winter long, and in the spring it'll be dead. This is oats, and it dies in the winter. So then you will till it in, and it'll add nutrients to the soil. So in this case, if you're doing green manure, then you need to make a seed bed. When you finish leveling it off, then you're going to take, it's about a cup of oats for this 3x6 garden, and I probably won't even use it all. You lay them on pretty heavy. And then we'll come back in a week and see how it's doing. If we get the right temperatures this weekend and I keep it wet, by the time I send this email out on Monday or Tuesday, it'd probably be a little green, a little hair here already. This is pretty fast germinating. And then I got to turn it into the soil. Rake it in, incorporate it in the soil, and just very lightly, just touch the tops of the soil. You'll pull up a lump now and then, just push it back. You just don't want to work it in more than a ½ inch or ¼ inch into the soil. You could put a mulch on it if you wanted to, a straw, or just something this small. I just lay a piece of newspaper over it. Just take a newspaper and lay it on top of it before you water it. And that'll help keep it moist longer. Just work it in the soil. And tap it down. And then water it. And you should. And then next spring, before you plant, just turn it over. All those plants will be dead, and they'll add green manure. Give it a little water. Maybe sprinkle a little peat moss or a little dirt over top again. When you get done, little newspaper, keep it wet. And there you go.